بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. This is د.زلفى. Today, inshallah, we'll practice listening skill. Actually, usually or every time and every day and every moment we practice listening, but now we want to know how to develop our listening skill. How to develop our listening skill gradually. Okay. Listening, what do you mean when we say listening? Listening means focusing on others' speech to get the message they want to communicate, to understand what they want to do or to say. It is different from hearing. It is different from hearing, which refers to noise which comes to one of your ears and gets out of the other ear. No concentration and no focusing and no need to understand what's happening or what's being said. Okay? Now, to understand speech of others in different situations, you have to go through 3 phases of listening: pre-listening phase, while listening phase, and post-listening phase. You practice different listening subskills in these phases. Let's see what do you mean by pre-listening phase. Pre means before. So what should you do before listening? This is the phase of preparation. You prepare yourself to understand what's being said. Suppose that your teacher tells you that you will listen, or we will listen to a text about rivers. Okay? So, if you get this word, which is the title, this word acts a key which opens a big house to get into and to go what's inside. A title takes your mind towards the idea of rivers. Okay? When you listen that your topic will be about rivers, you will not think about music or about a dancing party, about fasting in Ramadan, or you think about rivers. You start thinking about rivers. Okay? So, and when you start thinking about rivers, you start predicting ideas. So, what about rivers? Where they run? What type of soil around them? What quantities of water in them? River floods, rivers advantages, rivers disadvantages, types of fish live in rivers. A lot of ideas may jump to your mind, lot of rivers may jump to your mind. So this is a matter of prediction. You expect ideas to be listened to in the text. Okay? You do brainstorming related to the topic. You also may predict the vocabulary to be listened to in the topic. Okay? Everything is related to the topic now. Okay? Predict expected purposes that may be addressed in relation to the topic. The messages that, or the message that an author or a speaker wants to communicate. Okay, so these activities are practiced in the pre-listening phase. You may see or examine pictures. If there are any pictures related to the topic, you examine the pictures. You examine tables if there are if there are any, or graphic organizers. All of these activities before listening is a matter of preparing yourself to understand what, or the material that you will listen to. Okay, now, what is the importance of pre-listening activities? These pre-listening activities help developing a mental image about the topic. You start composing an image about the topic in your mind. You imagine the rivers, you imagine boats, you imagine fish, you imagine rocks, you imagine waterfalls. You start forming an image about the topic. You recall related ideas. Also, you have a lot of ideas as a student in university or university student. You have a lot of ideas about rivers, so you start recalling them. You start recalling vocabulary related to the topic. You recall your ideas, you recall vocabularies, you start forming an image about the topic, helps you to feel confident that you will or may understand the text, and develops your interest to listen to the text. So it facilitates, or these activities facilitate comprehension. Okay. It also, while practicing these activities, you activate and develop your mental thinking, your mental processes, or your thinking skills. You remember, you understand, you analyze, you organize ideas, you create images in your mind, you imagine. So all of these are mental processes which are practiced in the pre-listening phase. So it's something useful for your brain. Now, while listening subskills, here are two of the while listening subskills that we will practice today. One, listening for gist. Two, skimming. What is gist? Or what? Now, gist is defined as the general meaning or purpose of a text, either written or spoken. Gist is a gist in written text or in spoken text. It's the main idea of a text. Listening for the gist is when a learner or listener tries to understand what is happening, even if he or she cannot understand every phrase or sentence. So it's general understanding, not detailed understanding, just getting the main idea. This is what we mean by listening for the gist. So in this phase, to get the gist, a learner is trying to pick up keywords, intonation, or clues that makes him or her guess the central or the main idea. Let's together listen to the and watch the following video to have an example of getting a gist of a text. Listen together. So if you listen to a text like that and you get only these words, the only words you know in the text are these 4 words: swimming, crocodile, river, and bite. Can you guess what the text is about? Swimming, river, boat, swimming, river, crocodile, and bite. Can you guess? I can guess. Now, I can guess that it is a river accident, or someone, or a crocodile is attacking someone who's swimming in the river, isn't it? So these very simple words help me to understand the text. Never say I don't understand. Never say listening I don't understand. Just try to go gradually to understand a text gradually from the gist. Then you practice other skills as we will take now or we will see now. So keywords and the words you know. Swimming is an easy word. River is an easy word. Crocodile is an easy word. You know it in grade 1 and grade 2. And bite, it's a very easy word. So to collect all of these words together, you create a context of the text. So you can get the gist. You don't need to know the details, which river and what size is the crocodile, or who was swimming, was it a boat or only a swimmer, or at what time, how many people were killed or drowned, or what happened. You don't need to know all of these details or find all these details. Just try to understand what is the text about. This is the gist. And when you start creating this image in your mind, you can gradually get the other details when you listen again and again. Okay? So here is an exercise also about getting the gist. Suppose that you listen to a text containing words such as fishing, towel, waves, boat, sail, and sunny. What do you think listening text is about? Here, you have to select the correct answer. You have 3 choices. Sea storm, is it a sea storm? A trip, a beach trip, a beach trip, or someone is drowning, helping someone who's drowning, helping someone who's drowning. So what is the best idea to get from these bold words? Fish, fishing, towel, waves, boat, sail, sunny. Okay, so I think it is a beach trip. This is the correct answer. Now, the second subskill, skimming. Skimming is also fast listening, and it is also fast reading. The same skills are practiced in reading, but the material now is oral material, but in reading, it's written. Now, skimming is fast listening or fast reading, aims at recognizing specific information. You see? Now you want to get specific information in a text related to the main idea. Okay, specific information related to the main idea. Now in the gist, you got the main idea. Now in skimming, you get specific information related to the main idea, like dates, places, specific items. Example for that, listening to the weather report. Okay, you don't want to know all the details. You want to know the temperature in your city tomorrow. Okay, so just you listen, you pass the information that is being said, and when it comes to the temperature, you focus. Okay, it's 36 tomorrow. This is what you want to know. This is skimming. You get a piece of information from the weather report. All the text is about the weather report, but you want to know about the degree of temperature in your city tomorrow, or whether it is cloudy or not, or listen to find, or another example is listening to find the order of your name in a list. Suppose that someone is calling the names, or your teacher is calling the names of your colleagues in the class, you and your colleagues in the class, he's putting them into groups. The first group, the second group, the third group. So you want to listen in which group your name is. So just you focus when it comes to group 3, for example, you focus, is my name here? Oh, no. Is my name in the second group? No. So it is in the fourth group. So my name is in the first group. So this is the piece of information you want to pick only. Where's your name? Okay. Skimming activity. Here we want to practice skimming activity. Use the link below here to skim a text. Use the link below to listen to an English speaker, and after finishing, you should answer the following questions. I want you to answer, you should answer these specific questions, not details, okay? Specific points. Who is the speaker? Who is the audience? And what is the problem discussed? Now let's listen together. Take the link, okay, and put it online. Okay, and let's listen to the text together. Listen now and try to get the information I asked you about. Who is the speaker? Who is the audience? And what's the problem? Listen.
This recording is from the British Council.
Hi everyone. I know you're all busy, so I'll keep this briefing quick. I have some important information about a change in the management team. As you already know, our head of department, James Watson, is leaving his position at the end of this week. His replacement is starting at the end of the next month. In the meantime, we'll continue with our projects as usual. I have 2 more quick points. Firstly, there will be some improvements made to the staff car park next month for a few weeks. It will be closed during that time. Don't worry, we've found a solution. We can use the local church car park until our own one is ready. If you arrive before 8:30 a.m., please use our small car park on Brown Street. And if you arrive after that, you should go directly to the church car park. It's only a 5-minute walk away, but they need it in the evenings, so you have to leave before 6 p.m. Sorry about that. I know how much you all love working late. The other thing I
from the British Council. To find more activities to practice your English, visit www.britishcouncil.org/learn.
Okay, so this is the text you've listened to, and you have to answer the question now. Who's the speaker? Is it the vice manager or the manager or the head of the company? So who's the speaker? And who's the audience? Are they the employees in the company? And what's the problem? Or what are the problems to be discussed, which are discussed? So find the problem. Is it about car park? Is it about the canteen? So only 3 specific main ideas: the speaker, the audience, and the problem. Okay, this is enough for this lecture. And please try listening. Go to the British Council site, which you have it now, and find a lot of text or listening text. Thank you very much.